there's a war going on here.
This is a military mission.
Not long to wait now. Lara Croft will soon be making a reappearance on a PlayStation 2 near you. The plucky adventuring heroine is set to appear in an exciting new mystery called Angel of Darkness. To many, Lara Croft is real. Gamers have posters on their walls. They've seen the movie 10 times. Some of them even dress up as her. But Play met the real Lara Croft as she helped to conduct the orchestra for her new game at Abbey Road Studios in London. Her name, Gilles de Jong, but you can call her Lara.
What is it like? It's a lot of fun, I have to tell you. It doesn't really feel like I'm working, actually. Just playing around, playing with my guns, and interacting with the crowd, and it's just a lot of fun. It's not an everyday job, and I didn't really know what to expect.
Listen, guys, if you don't work together...
I think I have a lot of energy like Lara, and I'm strong for a lady. Yeah, I love adventures, I love new challenges. I recently had holiday. I was at my parents' place in Holland, and I've been water skiing and the wakeboard. I tried the mono ski, and I love that kind of things. I've been karting, I love these extreme things. I wanted to jump out of the airplane third parachute, and I've been asking around, but nobody wants to come with me. Sometimes it's hard when I meet new people and they heard that I'm the new Lara, and they just want to make a fool out of me, and what about your tips, and what about this, and what about that, and how is it, I'm not sure if you can be a good Lara, and then they're like, Yeah, well, I've always been used to lots of attention and press, and in that way it did not really change my life. I think, the interviews are quite new. I did interviews before, but it's not like really about me. It was more about the show that I did or the place I was. But yeah, it's much more Jill. And also on the internet, I find myself, and in a newspaper, and I think that's quite a lot of fun. I did play the game. I got the PlayStation. I've got all the games. The big box arrived. For Jill, you gotta play this every single minute when you're free. I'm like, ooh, okay. So yeah, I played it. It's quite hard. I didn't expect it to be so hard, actually. It's just you need so much patience and a lot of time. You need a lot of time. Sometimes now I know why they just bring out one game every year. It's just you need 1 year to find out. No, I love to play with that kind. It's what can you do otherwise with your hands if you're just like, hi, waving, like the Queen would do. No, it's great, of course. It's a power feeling. Same with the hair. It's like, whoa, the guns you get it here. If I didn't have the guns, it would be quite boring, I think. I don't really prepare myself because I'm very comfortable with Debs and JJ. And first it's just like, we're very, very comfortable together. And we're just chatting and eating and drinking. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh, Jill, we gotta hurry up, we're late. We're like, they decided to put the makeup again and the hair and the less preparations. And I'm like, then I feel like, oh yeah, I'm Lara again. Okay, and I jump on stage and I do my movements. And then it's quite natural. It's really like, oh yeah, I'm Lara. And then you get this adrenaline in your blood, and it's like, but it's a nice feeling. then afterwards, he's first a little bit like, oh yeah, calm down now. You're Jill again, and like, it's a great character. I'm happy to represent Lara, and not one other girl, you know, like a bimbo or, you know, like a cheaper image. I love Lara because she's so strong and she's cool. She's not just beautiful. She's great. The women of 2002.
London's Piccadilly Circus on a rainy August night. Not the kind of place you'd expect to find monkeys with machine guns or bears with Berettas. Well, of course, anything's possible in London. These crazed animals were hiding out at CC's nightclub, and to make things even stranger, they were jumping through time. Knowing how we like a challenge, Eidos invited the Playboys to a TimeSplitters 2 tournament to celebrate the release of one of the best PlayStation 2 multiplayer shoot-'em-ups of all time. Of course, we were there like a shot, with Rob Burley representing Play, joined by Roy Kimber from our sister magazine, P2. The rest of the competitors were made up of other PS2 and multi-format magazines. Then there were heats for the mainstream men's magazines and TV people, none of which could, of course, play the game to the level required to win. And the prize? Well, a monkey, of course, or £500 to you and me. The first round, and Rob, our plucky playboy, finds himself up against some tough competition. Eidos' TimeSplitters 2 takes players right through time with a trip to the dusty, gun-toting Wild West of 1850s America, through modern cities overrun with devious spies to a far future forbidden planet. Fortunately, there was only one rule for the gamers to know. You can't be the monkey. Being a fraction of the height of the rest would be a distinct advantage. Over in a different heat, Roy from P2 was finding it tough. The bigger, more detailed environments in TimeSplitters 2 mean there are lots of places to hide and lots of ground to cover as you're searching out those sneaky players. At the end of the first game, Rob goes through to the next round by finishing second, while Roy just scrapes through with a third place in his multiplayer deathmatch, putting him in the same game as our Playboy for the next round. With a short break to recharge with swigs of Shark energy drink, and finish off the beverage with a couple of tattoos from some very persuasive shark girls, it's back into the action. This time Rob just steams ahead. The boy from Play just can't seem to do anything wrong. All the best weapons fall into his hands, and the other players seem to just line up to be shot. Of course, this is all down to the skills he has learned through writing the solutions you find in the back of each issue of Play. There's no game this man can't beat. At the end of the game, it's Rob in first place and through to the final, while sadly Roy is left to drown his sorrows and explain to the marketing girls of Eidos that he's sorry and this kind of thing has never happened to him before. As the grand final is prepared, we took the opportunity to chat with Mark Allen of Eidos about the new TimeSplitters game.
TimeSplitters 2, first-person shoot-'em-up, amazing graphics, fast gameplay, flamethrowers and monkeys. That's all you need to know. The game is out end of this year and it rocks.
So, the big moment comes, the grand final. All the lesser magazines have fallen by the wayside and Play is right in there, battling it out for supremacy. The battle starts out tough. Rob can't seem to pick up the most powerful weapons and is killed almost instantly. Maybe because the crowd won't stop chanting his name and putting him off. It was a tough game, but once again, Rob reigned supreme. The boy did play proud. We asked him how he felt after his victory.
How does it feel? Oh, what can I say? I'm not going to shout about it. £500 picture. Bottle of bubbly, I might add as well, you know. Go home, celebrating, you know, drive out maybe, you know. Might invite a few friends round.
Okay, we'll come clean. This isn't how it really happened. The winner was actually Jamie Sefton from Play Nation. Rob just couldn't recover from his early problems in finding the right weapons. While he was searching, he got his butt kicked good and proper. The interview actually went more like this.
What happened?
I tried my hardest. I couldn't find a decent weapon. I was left with my silenced pistol. It's good for shots in the head, but I needed that assault rifle. I couldn't get it. I couldn't grab to win. I lost an early lead, and as you can see from the final outcome, it showed. Second place is good. It's better than going any early rounds. At least I made it to the final. I feel good. I've had a good time. Winning would have been nice.
So what you're trying to say is you're gutted.
Yeah.
One thing's for sure, though. Time Splitters 2 is one heck of a multiplayer game. You can play with the split-screen mode you've seen here, or you can connect up to 4 PS2s together with the iLink and have some serious guns a-blazing action. And we've got an exclusive Play TV review. Get yourself over to the Reviews channel for the full lowdown. Never the ones to flinch from danger or excitement, Play sent 2 of its hardest men to handle the horror of the Have a Go show in Plymouth, a 3-day event that attempts to get you, the public, into extreme sports. THQ were there in honor of the imminent release of MX Superfly, and we showed up just to prove that we're pretty tough guys. Speed can kill, so it was important that we followed some very strict safety rules. Like always, getting a responsible adult to help with tricky maneuvers. Like putting on a helmet. This quad bike is built to take extreme pressures and can move at ferocious speed. It was important that we understood all its features, like the location of the cigarette lighter and CD changer. See how Play TV's high-speed camera manages to capture the control and grace of our riders. Remember, viewers, what you're seeing is in slow motion using movie-making techniques borrowed from movies like The Matrix and TV's changing rooms. Now it was THQ's Kate Ward and Osama Ahmad's turn to feel the G-force. This time in a vehicle we wisely christened the Spinny Wheelie Thingy. With 2 engines controlled by 2 separate throttles that are, in turn, controlled by 2 separate people, only drivers who share the same thoughts and desires can manage a straight line. For THQ's best, this was just a simple exercise of what PR types like to call synchronicity. Now it was Play's turn to push the boundaries of what science had previously thought possible. And with barely 1 mind between them, there was no problem. The day had many events on offer, and we could go on about how we dominated the archery area. But unfortunately, we have other things to show you, like how the event sound system was powered, and how driving in a rally car while attempting to answer a mobile phone could be extremely hazardous. Or, more importantly, the reason for us being there: freestyle motocross. This section of the event was sponsored by our pals at THQ in an attempt to show us that the insane tricks shown in MX Superfly are actually possible. The guys doing the demo were flying high into the air, occasionally leaving their saddle in order to perform the tricks that you'll see in the game. It may look like a fairly simple feat when watched on TV, but being there certainly did bring home the sheer audacity of their actions. The jump was huge, and we shudder to think what level of groin protection is needed to reduce the impact to bearable levels when landing. Our eyes are still watering. All in all, it was a day of mixed emotions. The highs, the lows, and the life-affirming benefits of cold beer served in wobbly plastic containers. Please remember that no animals were hurt during the making of this film, and that everyone's dignity remained fully intact throughout. But enough of how we felt about it. Let's ask THQ's Kate Ward for her thoughts.
THQ's here today at the Have a Go show. We're sponsoring the Freestyle Arena to celebrate, promote the fact that our MX Superfly game, the latest instalment of the MX series, is being released this October. Not only does MX Superfly have the Supercross and the Motocross elements to it, it also has a fantastic freestyle mode, which is a new element to the game. There's 27 riders in total included in the game, so there's plenty of choice. We've got a whole range of games obviously being released for Christmas. We've got Red Faction 2 coming out, which is a Play TV favourite, and also the WWE SmackDown for Shut Your Mouth.
Thanks, Kate. You're one of the reasons why the Playboys love their job so much.
Superfly.
In Eidos's new PS2 outing, you're a hitman, and the better a hitman you are, the less people you need to kill. Stealth plays a heavy part and is interwoven into the game's structure. The layouts of the levels, which feature multiple paths, mean that you'll play it again and again, but using different weapons and tactics. But just how much of a hit is it?
As a violent thinking man's game, Hitman 2 is fantastic. Walking around, plotting deaths, hiding in bushes and disguising yourself as postman just so you can go in and kill people. That should be in more games really. One of the more intriguing elements of the game is the fact that you've got to kill as few people as possible if you want to get the best rating. You're not a killing machine, you're a very precise surgeon. So working through levels again and again, getting the perfect kill is advised, and we can use that word again, fun. Those of you who've played the Tenchu games on PS1 will recognise the style of gameplay, and if you mix that together with what you see in Max Payne and some of the lighting effects in the Godfather movies, you'll understand what you've got here. A very good game indeed. Stop that, mate. It's just not fun. Hitman 2, great to play, very intriguing, and fun.
It's hard to describe the game without saying brilliant or brilliantly too often. With lots of characters, weapons, and a great multiplayer mode, this is set to rock.
This was always going to be a very good story. The first game was absolutely fantastic. Had a few detractors who thought that, hey, it's just multiplayer, where's the one-player game? The second game comes along, it's got what they wanted. It's got more besides, it's got fantastic ideas in it, manning guns, all the other stuff. You can play as a bear. We've always wanted to play as a bear in one of these games, and you can now play as a bear. It's no surprise to find out that some of the people involved in the project did come from GoldenEye. Now there's a game that people always bang around when talking about first-person shooters on the console. It's not as good as GoldenEye, doesn't have GoldenEye Assist, blah blah blah. Well, now we've got Time Splitters 2, and GoldenEye can quite happily be put back into the history books. This is the most highly polished piece of software the PS2 has on offer, and it's a first-person shooter, of which we've got many, but none that have so much fun involved in as this. Quite honestly, even before it came in, it was always going to be, and now we can guarantee you that it is a play classic.
Namco's almost perfect conversion of the original Tekken coin-op was one of the games that helped put the PlayStation on the video game map. Several sequels followed, and eventually the series made the leap to the next generation of consoles, in the form of the slightly disappointing Tekken Tag Tournament for PS2. The good news is that after a lengthy wait, UK gamers can now get their hands on the PAL version of Tekken 4. So then, can this latest version of the classic beat-em-up still pack a punch?
Put simply, Tekken 4 is the best installment of Namco's popular series that they've released to date. If you're expecting innovations, then you're going to be in for a little disappointment. The only really new thing is that there are destructible parts of the scenery and boundaries around the arenas now, which means you can pummel your opponents into walls and pillars and watch them smash. Aside from that, there's not too much new here. But with that said, the gameplay is absolutely superb. It's one of the most polished beat-em-ups we played on the PS2. You've got plenty of fighters to choose from. It looks great. It's very good fun. By our estimates, we'd say it hits Virtua Fighter 4 to the post just. As far as we're concerned, Tekken 4 gets the thumbs up from the play team. It's a play classic.
You win. Christy Montiero, win.
There really is nothing quite like a bit of demonic ass-kicking, especially if you've had a hard day at work and need to let off a bit of steam. Thankfully, Capcom has felt your pain and come up with a solution, the demon-slaying sequel to its original blade-filled adventure, cunningly named Onimusha 2. Sorta-licious.
What happened?
You need to get out of here. Hurry, there.
Hey, who did this?
Still.
Yasuke! Yasuke! You're the ones who attacked here? Prepare yourself!
If you walked into a game shop and saw Onimusha 2 on the screen, you'd probably think it was exactly the same game as the first one. There are a lot of reasons for this. It's got similar style graphics, the controls are exactly the same. There isn't very much originality in terms of the actual gameplay style. However, there are quite a few differences that make it better. It does look a hell of a lot better when you actually get into the detail of it. The gameplay itself, there are a few more RPG elements. There's a lot more talking to specific people, roaming around, levelling yourself up with souls. It's a very, very nice game. It's not stunningly original. It's certainly got a few more improvements over the first one, but it lacks a little bit in certain areas. It is a hell of a lot longer, though, than the first one, which is good, because the first one was insanely short. So if you're looking for an original, but slightly derivative Resident Evil style game based in feudal Japan, this is probably the one for you.
forget about Wipeout Fusion, because there's a new speed demon in town, and its name is Burnout 2 Point of Impact. Forget about the highway code, because this game only rewards players who like to drive like maniacs. By weaving through oncoming traffic and taking risks, you'll fill up your boost gauge. Once this baby is topped up, then you can really push your vehicle to the max. Take our word for it. After playing this supercharged racer, no other driving game will ever feel the same. Gentlemen, start your engines.
What exactly are Acclaim up to? On one hand, they've given us Turok Evolution, which was rubbish, and then they give us Burnout 2, which is absolutely superb. It's the fastest racing game we've ever seen on the PS2. It even makes Wipeout Fusion look fairly sluggish by comparison. If you're after speed, then this really is the racing game for you. It throws sensible driving out of the window, you can weave between traffic, it's all about taking risks, and you get rewarded for taking those risks. It's great fun, it's fast, it looks brilliant, and the crashes look absolutely superb. Definitely give this one a try.
I copy 31.
Turning on the speeder that just flew by me.
EA's long-running road race franchise has arrived on the PS2 and has a lot to live up to. The same hectic illegal races are back as you tear up the highways of America in one of 40-plus dream cars. Of course, the cops are on hand to spoil the party, but armed with the knowledge of the game's many secret routes, you should get the better of them. Need for Speed promises some seriously hot pursuits.
Need for Speed is a game series that's been around for quite a time now. Way back on the PlayStation, these games were thrilling games players with their speed and their chasing action as you try and escape the cops in a illegal road race across America. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 is no different really. It follows the same basic rules as the series as a whole. It's quite quick, it's got nice licensed cars, a good chase sequences as the cops try and catch you. In fact, these are the best moments in the game, as helicopters come in and drop mines on top of you and cars ram you off the road. It's quite thrilling, but it's also not that new. The series has been doing this now for quite a few years, and there's not much new in here that wasn't in the other games. In terms of an arcade racing game, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 is pretty good, but it's just not up to the same levels as recent games such as Burnout 2.
Where's the Fire Marshal Bob?
Congratulations, you busted the racer.
At last, legendary Sega man Yu Suzuki's Ferrari F355 Challenge has emerged from the pits and is ready to go head-to-head on the PS2 with Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. Yep, driving Ferraris at hellish speeds around real-world tracks is no longer just the domain of Dreamcast owners and celebrity gumballers. Now the real playboys can have a go too. Engines ready, guys.
Ferrari F355 Challenge. Race start.
Ferrari on the PS2 is much the same as the Dreamcast original. The cars are rendered and modelled in excruciating detail, the tracks look great, and we also get the excruciating Rourke soundtrack. First thing you notice when you pick up Ferrari and play it for the first time is its harsh difficulty levels. Whilst this game may be easy on the eye, it certainly isn't easy when you get on the racetrack. There are various driver assist functions that can help out novices, and there's also a grading function which will help you assess your progress as you go. After eventually coming out of the pits, F355 is much as we expected from an aged Dreamcast to PS2 conversion. Yeah, it's fairly polished, yes it's competent, but it does feel slightly outdated, it being 2 years old and all, and it might not possibly be worth the £40 price tag that's attached to it. Probably one for the hardcore driving fan only.
The original Turok game first appeared on Nintendo's N64 console, where its mix of dinosaur hunting and exploration was showered with praise. Of course, since those dark days, things have moved on, but Turok Evolution essentially follows the same formula as that of its predecessors and sees players running around dense jungle locations blowing the hell out of anything that moves, and for that matter, anything that doesn't. The question is, with games like Time Splitters and Red Faction raising the bar in the first-person shooter genre, is Turok just a prehistoric relic?
Much like my good self, it's not very pretty to look at. The graphics are quite glitchy, the levels lack any kind of detail, and you get weird things like bodies of dead people sinking into the ground. Don't really know what's happening there. If it looks bad, it plays even worse. The level designs are very ropey, and you get weird traps swinging out from nowhere. You know, you've just got no way of seeing these things coming at you. Blasting away the bad guys and the dinosaurs isn't that much fun, and with competition like Red Faction 2 and Time Splitters 2 on the way, we just cannot recommend this. Sorry, but take this one away, please.
I don't feel so good.
This is the police. Drop all your weapons. Not be tolerated. You have been.
珍しいな。何？メタトロンだ。日射ずいぶん位置が浅い。ちょっと見てくる。ポイントに到着。こんな表層にメタトロンが？それもバカに強い。なんだありゃ。オービタルフレーム。
おはようございます。戦闘行動を。
お前は？
独立型戦闘支援ユニットエイダです。当機はオービタルフレームジェフティです。操作説明を行いますか？
ここ半年で火星の事情は大きく変わったわ。バフラムが火星各カウンティの武力制圧を開始したの。地球の圧政に対する火星解放の動きがついに表面化した。今バフラムの戦力は圧倒的よ。連合軍は必死の抵抗したけど戦争ってほどのものさえ起こらなかった。火星圏がバフラムのものになるまであっという間だったわ。バフラムの軍事要塞を落とさなきゃならないのは私たちも同じよ。その兵器が必要なの。
俺は
死んだんじゃないのか。
あなたは今失った心肺機能を機械で補ってるわ。つまりあなたはジェフティを降りたら死ぬのよ。
ジェフティをバフラムの手に渡すわけにはいかない。
あなたですね、ヨーステンバック。
ジェフティを失いたくないんだ。
ジェフティ。
お前バイオラか。
人の命が軽い世の中だ。死んだはずの男がよみがえる。アヌビスの一撃で何万もの人が死ぬ。強い者が生き残る。人類はやっと自然の摂理を手にしたわけだ。
勝てるかどうかはランナー次第だ。
私は全てを爆破するために作られた。
共鳴反応です。
共鳴？
アヌビスです。
生きていたとは。ディン、その機体を返してもらおう。戻れディン、戻れ。お前は好きだ。
必ずアマンを止めて。
もし俺がこいつを止めたら地球は二度と火星に口出しするな。
見ろ、これがメタトロンの石だ。
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
Sins will be judged and punishment exacted. We pray for your forgiveness. You will lead us to eternity.
to witness the beginning. The rebirth of paradise, despoiled by mankind.
What are you talking about?
Don't you know? Your power is needed. Remember me, and your true self as well. Also, that which you must become. The one who will lead us to paradise with blood-stained hands.
When am I going to wake up?
I still feel like I'm dreaming.
More like a nightmare, I'd say.
I thought you'd retired.
Why did they bring you out of retirement then?
I can't tell you how happy I am that you were alive after all. I knew this moment would come.
Yes, but wait till I tell you what I found.
Something interesting?
I knew he had the real thing up his sleeve.
So all the other ones were dummies?
A deception for our own protection.
Right. It was a cover-up all along.
That's all there is to it.
Why are you repeating the same mistake?
You're changing sides now?
Change sides?
I don't recall saying I was on yours.
It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that. Let's go.
Are you afraid of what might be hidden inside?
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality.
Forget it. We're wasting time. We can figure this out later. Don't worry. It's a game just like usual. We're here on our own, not under anyone's orders. We have our own battles.
Whether this is real or a bad dream, I'll keep watching you till it's over.
There's a war going on here.
This is a military mission. I've had extensive training, the kind that's indistinguishable from the real thing.
VR, huh?
That's far more effective than live exercises.
This situation, I find it very nostalgic. Yeah, well, I doubt it accurately simulates the events of that mission.
Freeze. But nothing seems real.
There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural, only cutting-edge technology.
It's like being in a nightmare you can't wake up from.
Jack, snap out of it.
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality and a game.
Nobody's aware of it, but there's a subsystem in place. It's about to be activated.
Complete your mission according to the simulation.
What are you keeping from me?
I am not keeping back anything. It's not as though I'm told all the facts either.
We still need you to take care of a few things. This time, do not fail us.
Continue your mission.
Everyone knows that it's a dangerous substance.
It's unbelievable.
Hard to believe, isn't it? But it's the truth. That's good news.
Is this according to simulation 2?
The Lale Nule Lo.
This one is important, folks. I'm counting on you. Moving out!
We are in the back of the suit. Big afterbird. Yeah, the combat's going back. Southwest rays. What?
Got him! Move out! Come on, come on! Tango down! Target acquired.
Why are you doing this?
Red team, holding. Get down! Get down! Red neutralized. Move it! Move it! Gold sniper. Sights are hot. Hold up. Got him. Go, go, go! Move it! Let's get out of here. Objective complete.
County.
I copy 31.
Turning on a speeder that just flew by me.
The Need for Speed 3 game, Hot Pursuit, really took us out into new territory. We've sold 5 million units of that worldwide, and we wanted to create a successor to that and greatly enhance some of the coolest parts of that game. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 fits in with that legacy in that it's going to be a very intense arcade driving experience that people are going to get pumped up, get a lot of adrenaline going through as they drive these cars through open road tracks. We've really increased the intensity of the pursuit in the current game. Not only will you have 3-4 cops badgering you, ramming into you, doing everything they can to work in tandem to get you off the road, but they'll call in for roadblocks, they'll call in for spike strips, and even the helicopter will engage and become very aggressive and very combative. And when I say engage, it's dropping explosives literally on the road in front of your car to knock you off the road. There's a total of 30 different tracks. Some of them are very long, up to 20 kilometers in fact in length. The tracks also have shortcuts and alternate routes. Some of them are more secretly hidden than others, some are more obvious. Not all are actually shortcuts, because if they're difficult to drive and you can't drive them properly, they'll slow you down and your competitors on the racetrack will beat you. There are over 20 cars plus high performance variants on all of them. Plus we've got some special police cars. So just to start with the regular vehicles, we have the new Lamborghini Murcielago, which is the replacement after many years of the Diablo. Very hot new car. We have the Porsche concept car, their study car called the Carrera GT, which does not exist yet anywhere except our game. We have the Ferrari 360 Spider, the Ferrari Modena, the 550 Barchetta, and the F50. There is a world driving mode, which is pure racing. We know that there are a lot of Need for Speed purists out there who just want to race head-to-head or against the AI without the cops trying to ram them off the roads. And then, of course, there's Hot Pursuit mode, which is all about evading the cops, or being the cop, in fact. So if you want to bust your friends, you can sit down, be the cop, play him, and try to get him before the allotted time runs out. The thing I'm most excited about is the amazing sense of speed that Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 delivers. This was done through a number of means. First of all, we've got some of the hottest cars on the planet in this game that are capable of speeds well over 200 miles an hour. So it's pretty exciting just enough driving those beasts. The second thing is that we've designed the tracks in a very open road fashion so that you can actually get out there on freeway type environments, open roads, and hit those top speeds that the cars are capable of. There are no 90-degree sharp turns that will stop you dead in your tracks or to keep you from going at these really super speeds. The art direction with the tracks and design of the tracks also use a lot of objects on the sides of the roads and contrast on the roads to further enhance that sense of speed. So without a doubt, this is the fastest racing game on any platform.
Hey gamers, thanks very much for joining us. My name's Alex Very, I'm PR manager here for Joytech Europe, one of Europe's biggest manufacturers of third-party peripherals. Now this year we're so exclusive, we're not showing everybody our peripherals, we're not showing every magazine our peripherals, we're only showing you, the viewers of the Play DVD, our special peripherals. We're going to give you a world exclusive today and a world exclusive look at what Joytech have got coming for PS2 owners later in the year. Now, of course, one of the big successes at the moment on GameCube is our brand new 5.6-inch high-resolution monitor. And we're going to be bringing that to you, PS2 players, later on in the year, probably just after the summertime. Now our new screen is 5.6 inches. It fits onto your PlayStation 2. It's got stereo sound, it's got SRS 3D surround sound, which is pretty darned amazing, let me tell you. And it allows you to take your games with you. That's right, you can play this in the bedroom, you can play it in the living room. Great for link-up games. If you're playing something like Time Crisis 2, one big TV on your PlayStation 2, then you can link up two PS2s and you can have your mobile monitor for the second player. Really pretty cool. Don't forget, of course, because it's RGB and it's TFT technology, you're going to be able to enjoy DVD movies on the run as well on this thing. So it's a pretty cool device. More so than that, you've got our brand new second generation controller here for PS2. This is based much more along the lines of the official pad, so it's a lot more familiar to players out there. It's really, really cool. It feels excellent. The quality of the thing is amazing. And again, this is going to be in stores come summertime. As well for PS2, we're going to have our brand new G-Con compatible Sharpshooter 2 gun. Now our Sharpshooter gun is one of the most famous guns for PlayStation. A fantastic gun, one of the best-selling guns on the market. This one has been specially developed for PS2. An all-new IC chip provides its fantastic accuracy. You can have laser sighting here, so you've got a laser scope that actually shines a red dot, so you can match it up to your screen for pixel-perfect accuracy. It's a real mean gun, and again, this is coming out sometime this summer. You're going to love all of these peripherals and much, much more coming soon, only from Joytech, your #1 choice. Go live the game.
I am Peter Edward. I'm the producer of Hardware, which is the working title for our first online game for the PlayStation 2, first European online game at least anyway. What we've got here is your bog standard deathmatch done in military vehicles, some of which are wheeled, some of which are tanks. The basic balance that you've got here is, as you might expect, you've got large lumbering tanks that are pretty slow but pretty deadly. Got smaller, vulnerable jeeps, which are fairly weak, but they can run rings around the tanks. And the balance there is basically depends on how you prefer playing, really. You've also got, as well as the standard weapon that each vehicle's got, which in the case of the jeeps is a machine gun, in the case of the tanks is a tank cannon. You've also got a special weapon. My particular favourite weapon is the laser, which is obviously hugely realistic. But if you do get someone with it, it takes them out in one shot. Was it? Sorry. So that's a fairly handy one to get hold of. All the pickups at the moment, they're colour-coded, the idea being that it shouldn't take you more than a few minutes to figure out which one does which and what suits your gameplay best. It's just a purely online game, this as well. We're intending to offer a bit of AI bot action on the same levels, just to give you a bit of offline practice before you go online, so that you can kick people's asses in style. But the idea really is that it's just an online game. There are no missions in there as such. The idea is, ideally, to ship this concurrently with the network adapter. We released the game as sort of part one, and then subsequent to that, because it's an online game, you've got the possibility, because obviously the network adapter ships with the hard disk as well. The obvious thing is to do updates online. So we can ship it, and then a month later we can provide a couple more levels, a few more vehicles. You know, after a couple of months we can introduce Capture the Flag level or a King of the Hill level or something like that. So we've got a fair amount of license for introducing new stuff as we go along.
Burnout 2 is set to rip up the roads on the PS2 with an even more challenging and exciting road race than the original. We caught up with the guys from Criterion at E3 to quiz them on what's hot in the new game.
In the new game, it's a deeper game than before, so obviously more tracks and more courses. We received many emails from people during the year saying, "Oh, you're doing Burnout 2," and we only started it after we went to see the Fast and the Furious. So There's 21 cars in the new game. There's 7 standard cars, 7 secret cars, and 7 cars from what we call the custom series. The custom series you see here is these are cars that are, in England we probably call them boy racer cars. They're tuned up, modified, decal cars. As we say, there's no class driving an Aston Martin these days. You've got to be driving a Mark II Golf with 10,000 pounds worth of alloys on it and a $5,000 stereo. And this is this feeling we wanted to capture in Burnout 2. We wanted to capture these sort of tuned up, enthusiast modified cars which have a specific engine sound in the game. So in our 7 secret cars, we wanted to celebrate US automotive culture. So we've got cars from all time periods, shall we say, that are very fast and exciting that people will enjoy. The courses in the game are set American locations. There's a trend in driving games at the moment to feature real cities, and while that's very interesting, we don't often feel that real cities are the best racetracks. Burnout is a game of traffic and crashes, so we spend time looking at interesting, unique parts of highways that may be exciting with lots of traffic on, and exciting places where there may be a crash where you may make a mistake. So our courses this time, there are 6 locations. We have a city type course here, which is sort of inspired by Miami, Florida, sort of East Coast, sorry. We have a beachfront course called Big Sur, which is inspired by California coastal roads, very twisty and exciting. We have a mountain course where it will be snowing, which is inspired by Colorado. You start off at the base of the mountains and you wind up this mountain road to a ski resort, then you have a fast descent down the other side. We have a very, very fast interstate course, which is very long, has lots of tunnels, and the cars run exceptionally well on this course. We have a desert course, which is hot and dusty. And then finally we have an airport course, because we figured an airport's a place where there's lots of traffic, lots of people who don't know where they're going, and there's lots of chances for fast and exciting driving. These effects have only really been seen on the Xbox so far, so I think people will be surprised when they see the finished game and see what's happening. There's a lot of visual effects and graphics can still come out of PlayStation, so we're still only scratching the surface. It's much more exciting, it's much more dynamic. The car will fly apart, bits will fly off, the bonnet will fly off, the fenders fall off, the wheels can bounce off. Burnout's about driving like a hooligan. Burnout's about driving like a nutcase with no regard for anybody else on the road. So the first mode of the game is called Offensive Driving 101. And you drive an American learner driver car. Whenever you see learner driver cars on the road in the UK, they're always holding up the traffic and getting it wrong, and you always want to ram them off the road. So this time we give the players at the start of the game the chance to drive this learner driver car, and we just refresh them with the main gameplay mechanics of the game. That driving dangerously earns you boost, and when you get boost, you get points, and you can drive even quicker and set the best time. And also, one of the feedbacks we have is that people wanted to drive a police car in the first game. So one of the new cars we have in Burnout is a US police car. And if you ever remember the classic Taito game Chase HQ from 1986, we have an all-new pursuit mode where one player gets to drive a police car and the second player gets to try and escape. And it's a very fast, very thrilling 2-player experience where you're battling together trying to make the other guy crash. So the police car has to try and stop the opponent before he gets to the end of the game. And again, what's new in Burnout 2 is we have point-to-point races from A to B, so it's not a lap-based circuit experience. You drive from A to B. If we were going to race from the convention center here to Hollywood, we'd go from here to there, we wouldn't come back and do 3 laps. So we're doing point-to-point courses this time, and that's something that people requested in the first game.
Way back in 1983, Atari released Star Wars. It was designed by Mike Halley and was converted from a 2-year-old game project entitled Warp Speed. At the time, raster scan graphics were more widely used in arcade games, but Star Wars featured vector graphics, a display technique that was invented by Cinematronics' Larry Rosenthal. It allowed many on-screen objects to be drawn and precisely moved, maintaining the crisp and vibrant resolution. This was Atari's first game to feature digitized speech and also boasted 7 different musical themes from the movie. The game places you right in the cockpit of Luke Skywalker's X-Wing fighter and plunges you into the center of the assault on the Death Star.
I'm hit, but not bad. R2, see what you can do with it.
The first-person action starts in space with the Rebels battling a swarm of Imperial TIE fighters that includes Darth Vader's own ship. A direct hit from one of the enemy crafts knocks out one of your X-Wing's 6 deflector shields.
I lost R2.
Lose all 6 and it's game over. After completing the first stage, your X-Wing flies closer to the Death Star where you have to destroy the laser towers by firing at their vulnerable tops. Get through this and it's on to find that lone weak spot. Yep, that tiny thermal exhaust port is your final challenge. Steering your X-Wing through the long trench, you must avoid the wall-mounted laser cannons that shoot fireballs in your direction. Later in the level, barriers also have to be maneuvered around. Now launch that well-timed proton torpedo right into the heart of the Death Star. But remember, use the Force, Luke.
Yahoo! You're all clear, kid!
This starts a chain reaction that destroys the Death Star. And if you really do use the Force to destroy the Death Star by not shooting anything in the trench except a single torpedo into the exhaust port, you receive an extra 10,000 points. There have been many Star Wars games released over the years. Activision's Bounty Hunter and Attack of the Clones will be with us before Christmas, and Starfighter is already doing the rounds on Platinum, but as many will agree, they just don't make them like they used to.
Remember, the Force will be with you always.
When danger becomes a temptation, when every move brings you closer to the edge, when you live each day like it's your last, there's a surprise around every curve. Another day.
can't come to your concert tonight. I'm working.
Working at what?
What's Papa's job?
He works for Mr. Rooney.
Who's got a hug for a lonely old man?
Papa didn't have a father, so Mr. Rooney looked after him.
You rule this town as God rules the earth.
I love Mr. Rooney. We had nothing. He gave us a home, a life.
He goes on missions for Mr. Rooney.
Take Mike with you.
No, Paul, why?
Take Mike with you.
They're very dangerous. That's why he brings his gun.
Connor, what the hell are you thinking?
He saw everything.
Can he keep a secret?
He's my son.
A man of honor always keeps his word.
Michael, tomorrow when they find out we're gone, they're going to come after us. I have to protect you now.
I'd like to apologize, especially to you, Paul.
You would like to apologize? Sons are put on this earth to trouble their fathers. Natural law.
You gotta take him now. I know who to call. There's a guy who's done some work for us in the past. To be paid to do what you love. Ain't that the dream?
Get out!
I cannot fight you and them at the same time.
I can take care of myself fine! You think it's my fault this happened?
It was not your fault!
You won't make it. Not with a little boy.
What are you gonna do?
Just one last thing, and then it's done. Look out for the tractor, Mike.
Watch out for the tractor!
We made it!
Oh, yeah, we made it.
This is the life we chose, the life we lead. And there is only one guarantee. None of us will see heaven.
Michael could.
Hey, this is Mr. T. You watching Play TV, fool? Hey, fool, you know what this is? This is the best video magazine in the world. Mr. T said it. It's the best. Let me read an article to myself.
think he's with us again.
Morning, sunshine. Good to see you again. Sleep well?
Where's my son, you fat bastard?
All in good time.
If you don't tell me where my son is, you better kill me now!
Stop talking and start listening, Hammond. You're in no position to be making demands. Because we're going to play a little game. Eyebrows, give me the phone. I ring you, you do the job. I'll do what I tell you, the kid dies. I'll do where I tell you, the kid dies. I'll do when I tell you, your kid dies. You getting my drift? You want to see your kid alive? You do exactly what I say. You let me down, you talk to anyone, or you're late, your kid dies! Gosh. You're on the run. You killed your wife. You left the murder weapon behind at the scene. You're a convicted bank robber. What do you think your chances are?
I know where your kid is. I can even get to him. I know the layout and the security. All of it.
Get up. You're still not paying attention. Do you think the filth are going to believe you?